YOLO!
Okay, so back to the three-way podcast once again. This is what, Thursday, Wednesday, whatever days gets put up. I still don't know which one's gonna be which.
This is whatever day it is you're watching it on.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
But what? Yeah.
So anyway, welcome back. This is Aaron.
This is Mike.
Victoria.
Sean?
Catherine.
And today, instead of doing a villains argument like we initially discussed last time or next time or whatever,
We never discussed that on the podcast.
we totally
Yeah,
did.
we did.
Did we? Yeah, at the end.
Either that or I'll edit it out. Either way, but
Sorry for getting your hopes up.
yeah,
Fuck 'em.
dashing.
We tricked you!
We tricked you.
Lots of
We tricked you
editing.
just like that slap bet that never happened.
No, we just kind of forgot about that one.
I didn't. One of you guys is getting slapped.
Technically, we were both supposed to get slapped because it was a tie.
That's true, but we do need the slap bet commissioner.
Well, was that Nick?
That was Big D Mother Black Bear.
Yeah. God rest his big black soul. Okay, so we figured out we're gonna do like a holiday special podcast thing where we just talk about holiday shit and stuff.
We'll argue about our favorite holiday and why.
Halloween, because you get candy.
Fuck off.
I think we're all gonna argue Halloween, so just
Probably true.
Okay, second choice.
All right,
4th of
fine.
July, you get to blow up stuff.
Fine, favorite holiday movie.
I don't even know the name of it. It's the old stop motion one you see every year, and it has Rudolph and
So Rudolph the
Rudolph the
Red-Nosed
Red-Nosed Reindeer.
maybe, probably.
God, you're
Baby New
retarded.
Year, though? Is that the one with Baby New Year? Is that the one?
Is that the one where they go to the island of misfit toys?
Maybe. I don't remember. I just remember
What
it's stop
happened
How
motion.
can it be your
movie?
favorite if you don't
Yeah,
remember it?
exactly. How can it be your favorite if you don't remember
It's my
it?
favorite because it plays every year.
That doesn't
So does
mean
the Christmas Story.
So does Home Alone. Is that
That's
your
a Christmas-
favorite?
So does
movie?
Hocus Pocus.
Mike, you know what? They have Star Wars playing almost every month on the FX. Is that your favorite movie too?
It's like-
And every Rocky movie.
Right.
I
It
don't-
plays at
now
the end of
beat
every
up on
summer.
Mike's podcast.
Again, for the second time in a row.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make better choices.
If I had to go with my favorite one, I have to say probably the. It's a tough call between Nightmare Before Christmas because that was great, but if we're going for just the TV movie specials, probably the Garfield Christmas movie. I like that one better than the Charlie Brown one.
Yeah,
It's
the
way-
one
it's
where
way
they go
better.
to like John's grandparents' house
Yeah.
or whatnot.
But I like Garfield. It was
You
my
know-
favorite comic as a kid.
Mine would be a Garfield one too, except for my favorite is the Garfield Halloween special.
That was good.
Well,
I like that.
where Garfield
Ghost
and
Pirates
Odie go on the
everything.
Ghost Pirate ship. Yes, that was my favorite one ever.
My favorite holiday special, and I'm just gonna talk Charlie Brown wise because they're all of them, was the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, which is no one's favorite Charlie Brown special. But growing up, for some reason, I apparently was a boring child, and that was my favorite one. That, and I just really wanted to eat popcorn and toast after I watched it.
Toast.
Popcorn and
popcorn.
toast.
Yeah, toast.
Is it buttered toast?
Yeah, no, it's totally. I think Woodstock buttered it. In fact, Just
Buttered toast.
Buttered.
But actually, my favorite.
Gravy.
I agree
Sounds like
with
gravy.
Aaron that Nightmare Before Christmas is just an awesome holiday movie because it combines
All the holidays.
all the holidays. My favorite line from that one, I'm gonna have Sean quote, which is
Bunny.
it's my favorite. But my favorite Christmas movie is Gremlins.
Yes.
Oh, that is so
yes.
good.
I watched that was on FX the other day.
Yep.
I like the
Watch it.
Grinch.
I need cable now.
Well, what happened to Netflix being so awesome, huh?
Yeah.
Netflix is always
Netflix,
awesome.
yeah, Netflix is still awesome.
Do you have Netflix yet?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
good.
on the Wii U,
Alright.
so you can stop bitching at me about it.
Aww,
Do you use
nostalgia.
This place is full of Netflix now.
Awesome.
Yeah, we've actually been watching Eureka on that for the past 3 weeks now. Is that it?
Something. We're like halfway through the third season.
Aren't you glad you got it after the school year ended?
See, you harassed me that long, then I was like, oh, I get it afterwards. Like, now I can actually watch stuff.
Instead
Wait
of
until
go
next
do it.
semester.
School.
What's funny is that when you said you hadn't seen all of Firefly, I'm like, it's on Netflix, but in my head, I'm like, he doesn't have Netflix.
But now he does, so you can
I
watch
know.
it.
Go
Watch Firefly.
Seriously.
See, but I'm lazy. I don't feel like
Everyone
picking up
in
and
here has
watching
seen
it.
it except for you.
Yeah.
No, she hasn't.
Watch it.
You have go watch it.
Oh.
Do it
We
now.
can watch it together. Seriously, we'll wait.
We'll watch it
I'll
too.
watch it again
This will be like
Alright.
an 8-hour
For the
podcast.
90th time?
for the 90th time.
It's good enough. But then would you add the movie in afterwards?
Yeah. Sorry, no, I'm thinking of a different podcast while I'm pointing.
Okay. So yeah, what other holiday stuff can we go on about?
Why aren't there any Easter Bunny movies?
Easter's sort of that holiday that everyone kind of just writes out as, oh, it's eggs, bunnies, just
I
whatever.
feel like
I
they
know,
made
but,
an
like-
Easter movie last year.
Yeah, if they
Hop.
come up with like an...
Hop,
Yes.
Easter
Oh
movie.
my god. I want an origin of Easter movie.
Now, are we talking like the official origin where Jesus dies and comes back, or are we talking the fun origin about bunnies and
I wanted to
chocolate?
incorporate that. I want somebody
Jesus.
to
The South
make up
Park
a reason.
I was just
South
thinking
Park
that, yeah.
episode that does that.
Which oddly enough didn't come out anywhere near Easter.
Weird.
Well, if you think about it, though, Christmas Christmas is not on Jesus' actual birthday. Some say it's somewhere in the middle of summer,
Well, yeah. I mean,
It's July sometime. Whatever.
mhm.
sometime in July.
Yeah.
Probably July 4th. That's what all the fireworks are for.
Happy Jesus Day.
It's the 4th of Jesus.
I can go into why Christmas is in the winter. But I don't.
Well, yeah, it's a
Nobody
pagan
wants
thing.
to.
So.
Yeah, it's a pagan
No,
thing.
no.
It had to do with the fact that if they moved Jesus' birthday to a pre-existing pagan holiday, that it would be easier for the pagans to adopt Christianity because they already associated it with one of their festivals.
Which is every holiday, pretty much.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, a lot of the holidays like Halloween and Christmas. Yeah, those are the old
Mhm.
pagan holidays to start with.
Oh yeah.
Hooray for pagans.
As far as I know, the only one that isn't that I can think of is like 4th of July. That's the one because
And
it's Independence Day.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold up.
I thought it was 4th of Jesus.
Jesus Day.
You did just say Jesus was born on the 4th of July.
I'm just making a random guess.
Can I just point out for a second
Maybe.
that Sean has not yet said his favorite holiday, which should be St. Patrick's Day.
That's just racist.
You
All right.
It would be
my
nationalist
favorite.
if anything.
No, my
Oh.
favorite holiday is Oktoberfest. It's a month of drinking. All right.
Versus just a day of it.
Exactly.
Please destroy my liver. Don't just affect it for a little while.
Who needs a liver? What's it good for?
Who needs a liver? You can have
Tony Stark
alcohol.
obviously doesn't need a liver.
No.
He's got robot
He
parts
just
for that.
create. Yeah, I was gonna say you can just create one.
Give it a few more years, I'm sure they'll have fake livers for everybody.
Yay.
As long as they pass stem cells.
Ow. Holidays and political arguments.
No.
Sounds like a good podcast.
Do we want to bring more political arguments into
No,
this?
no, I really don't. I
Because
had enough of that last
I think. Wait, last pot. Oh, that was at
Yeah.
the. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say political arguments. This could get dark real fast.
Mm, it will.
How about you, Mike? What's your favorite holiday? Better not be my favorite holiday, or I'll have to stab you.
Which is, I thought your question was going, what's your favorite scary movie?
You know, I almost want to say Christmas just because you get shit.
That seems kind of
I
selfish.
actually
though.
hate Christmas.
Because you have
Yeah.
to give shit.
Yeah,
No,
that's
because
the
I have to
thing.
spend it with my family.
I gave you the option to spend it with my family.
Even worse.
Anybody's family.
Yeah, he just wants to be like, it's Christmas. I'm gonna open all my shit alone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go brood.
He's
my
Batman!
cave.
This is why your birthday is a better holiday for that, because you get shit and,
And you
can
don't
say.
have to give it.
Yeah.
And I only have to spend it with the family that I invite.
Which would be none.
Which would be none.
Sam's tired of Christmas because of all the build up to it from
Oh.
the end, from right after Thanksgiving all the way up to.
Sometimes
Yeah,
before
like because of like
Thanksgiving.
Black Friday. Black Friday ruins Christmas for me.
And Thanksgiving.
And Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Michael's ruins Christmas for me, and this is why. Because I used to work at one, and because they put their Christmas shit out in August.
Ugh.
So
Same
I'm
with Walmart.
I was filled
Yeah.
with glitter from August until January.
My mom was telling me that Kohl's does kind of the same thing, where it's like middle of October, early November, they start bringing all the Christmas stuff out. It's like, why would you waste so much time doing that?
Mm.
I mean, not everyone even celebrates Christmas. Why even bother going through all this anymore? You know?
What kills me is that Hobby Lobby, because it's super Christian, doesn't really put out much Halloween stuff. If any Halloween stuff. But they start putting their Christmas stuff out way before Halloween.
Probably to make a statement of some kind.
You think?
That Hobby Lobby has Christian Christian support backing it, and so therefore they don't celebrate the pagan holiday.
Even though they're on a pagan holiday.
What's that? Well, technically.
Yeah.
Don't tell that to the Christians.
Oh, they can deny it as much as they want. It's true. They know it.
Pagan holiday would be better anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, some sacrifices on some kind of altar, burning people. All that stuff is fun.
Alright,
Actually, I'd just rather go with the days of orgies.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
You don't necessarily have to sacrifice people.
Sacrifice them to the orgy. Just throw them in.
Dionysian orgy holiday. It's fun times. You can drink a lot of wine, have a lot of sex.
Like the Roman,
Just
like
make
the
that
Roman
every
Harvest
holiday.
Festival.
Yep.
It's basically what it was—a week-long orgy, with
Pretty
drinking and eating and vomiting and having sex.
Any kind of solstice celebration has got to have some orgies in it, I feel. A little bit.
The
I
orgy
suddenly feel uncomfortable
podcast.
being here.
Didn't we talk about tentacles in the one before that? And this is what we...
No, I think
Wow.
Tentacles was like a long time ago, like
Oh,
back in
okay.
podcast
Right.
1 or 2.
But we did mention it.
Mm.
Alright, favorite holiday game. Because there are some holiday games out there. Just saying.
Now, we're not talking just video games, like board games, all that stuff too, right?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Because I can't think of any video games on top of my head.
I can. Costume Quest. Awesome Halloween
It
game.
was a great Halloween game.
Just saying.
It was made by the same people that did Psychonauts.
That's Double Fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I want to say that's who it
I
was.
don't remember. But yeah, it's a great Halloween game.
That may be the only reason I brought up this entire category.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of other ones. Other actual holiday-related games.
Like
Does
a game.
Candyland count?
I
don't think so.
Aw.
Holiday-themed Monopoly. I can't think of anything else than maybe those.
Christmas.
I can think of Minecraft Halloween updates, which got like all the scary shit added too. If that's like the closest I can
But
think
that's not
of.
a Halloween
Isn't that what
game.
started the slap bet?
That is what started the slap bet.
Again, full circle.
Still say I was fucking right about that too.
The world will never know.
Never.
Well, we sort of know it was a tie, so.
Because nobody voted.
I voted, I think.
No, I think we had a total of 2 votes.
No, it was 4 votes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
the 2 of us voted, and then there's 2 other votes on top of that.
So it was
I
both
think
of
he
you
made
as
me
well.
vote.
Mm,
I don't know.
And ended up being even anyway.
yeah.
Oh.
I almost want to bring it back up, but that podcast is so old, I don't know if anyone's going to actually go back and watch it.
Who cares? They can just go vote.
Yeah.
Be like, I like Aaron better. I like Mike better.
I like Sean better.
I'm not on it.
No, you get on there anyway, and somehow you just end up winning.
Yeah, people just write me in on comments like, God damn it!
And all the comments are just like, vote for Sean to get slapped.
I actually would probably do that too, just like make the poll for you and me, and have a third one. Like, just, hey, if you want Sean to get slapped, vote for
Write in
him.
votes in the comments.
So, something else to do with holidays.
Best holiday food.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh,
I vote Christmas because we have prime rib.
candy.
You get candy on every holiday.
But you get it mostly on Halloween, though.
Or
Yes.
Easter.
Or Easter.
Christmas.
Easter.
Yeah.
Or Valentine's Day.
Right.
I never get
The
into
fuck
on
your
Valentine's
house.
Day.
The most expensive candy is on Valentine's
But
Day.
not necessarily the best candy.
No.
The
See,
least
see,
Yeah, the
expensive
best
candy.
candy, in my opinion, Cadbury cream eggs.
Oh my god, yes. Those
Now
are
that
mine.
they've made them for every fucking holiday, you can just have them.
I
year
know,
round.
they have green cream-filled ones for Halloween
Yeah,
now.
They're like glow in the dark or some
So
shit like
sad.
that. I don't
You
know.
know,
How's it so sad? That's amazing.
it's sad.
It's better to have them
That
available.
bunny's a sellout.
hey.
So that is one of my favorite commercials of all time for any kind of holiday themed candy. Are the old Cadbury commercials with the rabbit and then everyone auditioning, all the different animals auditioning to be the Cadbury rabbit, like with the lion with the giant
The
ears
bunny
that going
ears.
rawr.
I will say this year was the first year of Thanksgiving I didn't actually have turkey. Mom decided to make ham instead, which we're all like, that's kind of weird. Usually we have turkey
But
instead.
ham is delicious.
I love ham, yeah. It's just kind of like,
Yeah.
it was weird, but, it's like, I'm not complaining because, turkey, not as good as it should be.
I do like ham more. And as far as I can remember, we might have turkey on Thanksgiving. There have been times when we have turkey and ham.
Mm.
Ooh, good days.
And I always eat the ham and not the turkey.
So the problem with the turkey is the white meat's always so dry, and it's like, I'd rather have the dark meat, but there's only like so much of that.
Yes!
I'd rather
Story
do
of my
that.
life!
No, but you know what is
Dark
awesome
meats.
about Thanksgiving though? You get the most leftovers on that.
Yeah, because then you have meals last you for at least another week or two,
And
maybe a month.
stuffing is usually pretty good. Deviled eggs, usually get those.
Dressing is much better than stuffing, just saying. Arguing the southern point of view here. Cornbread dressing, don't stuff your crap inside a bird, that's just gross.
New Year's. We haven't discussed New Year's.
We have
That's
completely
also
skipped New
a
Year's.
Yeah, but New
holiday.
Year's is always a letdown.
What
how
kind
so,
of
Sean? How
food
so?
or
Well,
candy do you get on New
drink.
Year's?
Bitter about New
Alcohol
Year's.
and alcohol.
That's all you
but
get
the
is
thing
drink.
that sucks though is if you go out drinking, every bar has like a $15 to $20 cover,
Yeah.
whereas normally it's like $3 to $5. So if they're gouging you there, and then you get in there and they gouge you on the drinks too, and it's so crowded that you can't even get a drink half the time. It's the only holiday that I can actually go out at 7 and then still be sober at 2 o'clock when they kick me out.
I will argue for that because New Year's they do gouge you on the prices, whereas the other couple drinking holidays we've talked about, St. Patty's Day and Oktoberfest, they tend to have specials on drinks.
True.
They tend to not necessarily have cover at bars. They tend to, if you wear green, then you actually get like free shit.
Although that is the one thing that I will argue against St. Patty's Day is that not everybody's fucking Irish on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
Guys are assholes.
No,
So you don't want to share your holiday? It only can only be Irish people?
No, I don't want to. I don't mind sharing the holiday. It's just stop pretending. We all know that the Irish would rule the world if it wasn't for booze. You don't have to shove it in our faces.
Can't believe we even talked about the next holiday, the apocalypse, this Friday.
I don't know if I'd call it a holiday, though.
Close enough.
No, but if we go back a month and a half, we can talk about my absolute favorite holiday above Halloween, which is Guy Fawkes Day. Guy Fawkes Day, which is often celebrated with Halloween because it's on November 5th. If you've seen V for Vendetta, you know what Guy Fawkes Day is, right?
Yeah.
Remember the 5th of November? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you set off fireworks, so you get Aaron Silva blowing shit up.
Well,
And it's British, which is just awesome. Just saying.
couldn't you also just take it from the movie and just blow shit up? It'd be more fun that way.
But they have an awesome celebration in London that combines Halloween and Guy Fawkes Day, and they have all of these beautiful effigies, and by beautiful, I just think effigies are awesome. And parades and crap, which you don't get here in the States.
You know-
there are no Halloween parades.
I will argue against that for the same reason that I argue against St. Patrick's Day, is that you have all these pretenders who go out and celebrate it when they actually have no clue what the gunpowder treason plot was. Like they have no reason. They have no.
No
clue
one
what Guy Fawkes
really
is.
celebrates Guy Fawkes Day in
I know
the
they
US.
celebrate the movie that it's based off of.
Yeah, we're just dumb.
Yeah.
Now, there's
Although it's a good movie,
It was good.
it's
I
not
never
that
saw the
good.
movie. Never saw the movie.
You should.
Never saw it.
Now we brought up the whole end of the world thing. I just have a question for all you guys, because, you know, it's important if the end of the world does happen. Do you guys have a zombie plan?
Holidays to zombies. Fair trade.
How about you, Mike? What's your zombie plan?
Kneecap everyone else.
Nuke
Yeah.
everything.
Strip off all your clothes and go nuke everything.
Because you totally have the ability to do that.
If only.
Please keep your pants on. I don't want to see
It
that.
would be blue.
Blue or not, keep your pants on, okay? I don't want to see that. How about you, Sean? You have a zombie plan at all?
I already said it. Kneecap everyone else.
Kneecap everyone else?
Kneecap everyone else.
Yeah, then their slow zombies stop to feed on that and you
You
run.
gotta worry about it.
I live in an attic. Some zombies would have to go up a shit ton of stairs to get to me. So
But how are you gonna get out?
I will Anne Frank that shit for decades.
Where are you gonna get the food?
Are you saying my apartment has no food in it? Which is obviously
Well, I mean, when you run out of
true.
food.
It's so true. I need to clean up my fridge.
Come on, we'd run out of food in like what, a week? Week and a half?
You would run
I
out of
don't know.
shit in like
No,
a day.
yeah.
God.
No one knew throwing out of food a day.
We'd keep soda forever. Just there's some around here somewhere.
I would start using the sodas just to throw at the zombies to distract them while I run past them.
Have some delicious soda.
Maybe on my way, because I also live on a farm, I would kill some animals and dig up some crap out of the earth and bring it up to my apartment. I can live on that for a few days, a few months, a year
Yeah.
or so. Drag a cow up the stairs to my apartment. It's awesome. Good to go.
Have milk and cheese.
Nice.
We don't have milk cows. So
Aw.
I know. We also don't have chickens that you're supposed to kill.
Wait, there's a certain kind of chicken you can only kill? You can't just kill any of them?
Well, you can kill all of them. However, you're not supposed to eat just laying chickens.
Ah.
That's what we've got. Just laying.
But eggs are delicious. What's your plan?
Currently I'm in the middle of a plan where my goal is just to get to Alaska. You know, if I get there, zombies freeze to death. No big deal.
Go to Antarctica, because then you can chill with the penguins.
But then I gotta take a plane. You know how hard it's going to be to get a plane during the zombie apocalypse?
Take a boat.
Easy.
I don't know. I went to Alaska about 4 years ago this time of year, and it was the hottest Alaska had ever been. It was like in the 20s or something. So just beware.
They have had weird weather, yeah, but I
It
mean,
could
the
be.
whole up there Canada, Alaska thing should be alright.
Seriously. Antarctica. Penguins, although I love them and they're cute, they're very close to dodo birds. They have no fear of humans.
To be fair, before we came over here, we watched Mr. Popper's Penguins,
Mm.
and those things pecked the crap out of people, so made him a little nervous.
I have a knife, I'll peck back.
Of course, plan B would just be to Left 4 Dead this shit and just, you know, maybe get this guy and other people. Just be like, hey, we're gonna just take all these zombies out one by one. Or
It'll be Coach.
My name's Coach.
we're pro football!
I'll just grab a football, start throwing it at zombies. Fucking zombie, throw it back. That's not how you play.
Now all I can think of is that crappy, like,
Flash
Pro
video.
All-Star, no, the Pro
Oh.
All-Stars, like, cartoon show
Mm.
with Bo Jackson and Wayne Gretzky and someone, and who was it? I think it was Michael Jordan, where they were...
MJ!
They solved crimes through sports, people! Alright, Wayne Gretzky had a hockey stick that would eject exploding hockey pucks. That's all I can think of.
That is
now.
the best
Is
hockey stick ever.
That's all I can think of is him toting around just a bag full of exploding footballs to throw at zombies.
Oh, they just get those little like foam ones. They're just because they're smaller and more portable. You just like.
Yeah, like the Nerf ones that whistle.
Oh, that'd be the best.
Because the noise will attract the zombies to it.
Yeah, since you throw it one way, you go the other, and you're like, there's
Why?
one there. And then you just start throwing more at them.
Now, I know that around like Halloween there are a bunch of zombie walks and stuff. Has there been made an official zombie holiday?
Not that I know of.
Because there's like National Talk Like a Pirate Day, and there's National, I don't know, all these other
National
crappy-
Act Like a Zombie Day.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny though
Memorial
is...
Day, all these crappy
Hey,
holidays.
there's Act Like an Irish Day.
What's funny is you bring up the whole zombie walk thing. Back in Des Moines, there's a restaurant called Zombie Burger, and the first time I went there was with a couple people I know, and that was the day they had the zombie walk in Des Moines, and it was the most crowded place ever. I had to wait like 2 hours before we could get in there. It was ridiculous.
They do have good food though.
They
I
have
wasn't
good
there that time, but
Yeah.
The-
You were
the-
lucky you weren't there that time, because that would have driven you nuts.
the food is good, but exceedingly bad for you,
Oh, of course.
which makes it more delicious.
It's called Zombie Burger. What do you expect?
Does the University of Iowa do the thing like Iowa State does, where it's like zombie? You play like zombie or whatever, and you have to pretend to kill each other. It's like I don't
It's
remember.
not sponsored by the University of Iowa,
Oh.
but people do it. Yeah.
Ours is sponsored by the DOR.
I think like a frat puts it together, but like the University of Iowa has no affiliation with it other than just students
It's
put it
on
together. Yeah.
I mean, Iowa City definitely does a zombie walk. I had some guy talk to me about doing makeup for it one year.
I think it would be ridiculously fun, especially like the playing zombies thing, where it's like you get Nerf guns and shoot zombies and then they can turn you.
That would be entertaining. I mean, it's like a weird game of tag, pretty much that
So
way.
you just have like Nerf guns and a couple buddies and like a whole bunch of more Nerf guns and a shitload of darts, and you're just waiting. You just have like lawn chairs in a circle.
Yeah.
Or just like go sit up in trees and shit.
hmm But I always kind of feel like they have to get together and they'll be like, all right, what kind of zombies are we going to be? 28 Days Later zombies, Dawn of the Dead zombies. Can we
Hybrid
run?
Shaun of the Dead zombie.
Plants vs. Zombies.
Can I put a street cone on my head and I can survive 2 darts from a Nerf gun now?
If we do a Left 4 Dead style, can we have some special zombies going on? Like someone just throw like a rope at somebody and like they're strangled now?
Yes, can we have just somebody like sit there like rocking back and forth and then screech and run at people? Great.
How would they do the boomer? Just some fat guy.
Some drunk fat guy's gonna throw up on people, so what's gonna happen?
Or you can do tactful zombies like in that one, The Crazies.
Mm.
I've not seen
Don't.
I actually did see it.
Is
It was
Oh.
interesting.
I didn't like it very much, but
Yeah.
they were clever.
It could have been a lot better.
Yes.
He brought up drunk fat guys throwing up on people, which makes me remember another reason why I hate St. Patty's Day. I went downtown last St. Patty's Day, and the sidewalk was just like, it was like going across a checkerboard, but instead of having black and red spaces, it was non-throw up and throw up spaces. Like, it was awful. I've not seen that much throw up on a public street in forever.
But that gives
Wow.
you the opportunity to play Vomit Hopscotch. Best game ever.
Except
but
for
what
when
if
you
you-
lose,
Yeah, what if you miss and then you might slip and...
Well, then you suck. I'm just saying.
you're drunk.
Now, what's funny is, yeah, okay, I don't drink, right? You know that. But I got
Sad for you.
I know. But anyway, I used to work with this guy.
Drink!
I
This
know
is going to be my new Netflix. Drink, Aaron, drink!
That'll never get old.
I know.
One of these days we might end up doing that for the podcast.
Drinking?
Just get everyone drunk.
My 21st is
that'll
May
be
21st. Yeah. Yeah.
Golden birthday.
Yeah.
Golden opportunity.
We'll just get Aaron drunk instead of me.
Wow.
21 shots for not Victoria.
That'd be hilarious.
But anyway, what I was saying was, there's this guy I used to work with who went out to bars all the time. He was telling me how he thought that, New Year's Eve and St. Patty's Day were all like just poser days, because that's when everyone who doesn't normally drink just goes out and gets drunk and stupid and just takes up all the space for anyone who actually does drink a
Exactly,
bunch.
yeah. All the bros with their
Haircuts.
their haircut.
That all look the same.
Yeah, exactly. With their green shirt collars popped.
You know, I'm gonna point this out. I think I was talking to you the other day, but it seems like every guy I know down to the college, almost all of them have the same kind of hair, or they always wear hats. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's all that short little. You can't really do anything with it. Just.
Yeah.
Because we're lazy.
Well, yeah, I know, but still.
Well, I mean, you gotta think. Sean could almost be like that, but he has the sideburns.
Yeah. And you got your whatever the hell you got.
Yeah.
Particular coif.
Quaff. Quaff. Quaff, quaff.
Quack.
Aaron, I want to see you with a pompadour.
A pompadour.
Oh my god.
I gotta do the pompadour from Dokapon though.
Yeah, I was gonna say exactly. Get like the anime like the anime
It
gang
doesn't even have to be
leader.
anime. People just have that.
I'm thinking of the one actually now from the character from Bobobo, the one who had the huge. I think it's Captain Battleship is what it was. Just a huge pompadour.
The Fifth Element.
Oh, Ruby.
Yes.
Ruby Rod.
His hair. That's perfect.
Alright, back to holidays.
We
Holidays.
went on a huge tangent there.
Do people have least
So-
favorite holidays? Least
As far as enjoyment or just downright stupidity?
I think Sean's was gonna be Christmas because he has to spend it with family.
favorite? There are far worse holidays. Like
Oh.
I
I
still get presents on Christmas, so that's a saving grace.
I have a Native American student that has a great shirt she wears that says, "I hate Christopher Columbus," and she wears it every Columbus Day, which I agree. Christopher Columbus Day is a crappy holiday.
Kind of an asshole.
Yeah, because
Kind of
Vikings
relish.
discovered America first. Should be Viking Day.
It
Come
should
on.
be Leif Erikson Day.
Yeah.
I would celebrate that.
I would
Vikings
too.
were awesome.
Oh, dude, but doesn't it really have more or less to do with the fact that Christopher Columbus, had a lot to do with enslaving indigenous people when he went
Yeah.
down to the Caribbean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a complete nutter
Just an
asshat.
awful
saying.
person.
Let's see. Least favorite
Which
holiday.
reminds me of a quote from Firefly.
Okay, go ahead and spill it. What is it?
Oh, it's just it seems to me that every person who's had a statue erected to them was some kind of son of a bitch or another.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder who said that.
Was it Jane?
Malcolm Reynolds, he said it to
Oh,
Jane in the
yeah.
Janetown episode.
Right.
Because
Mhm.
Jane had a statue erected to them.
See, before it was get
That's my
Netflix.
favorite
Now it's going to
episode.
be watch Firefly.
Because you now have Because you now have the
Get drunk and watch Firefly.
Yes!
Simultaneously.
Maybe.
But then he won't remember it. Oh,
Maybe-
that's fine.
Then he has to watch it
Maybe
again.
that's good.
Alright. Least favorite holidays.
I'm still thinking about it because there's quite a few I'm just kind of annoyed with, if anything.
Not a huge fan of Valentine's Day.
I'd have to say a lot of those just like whatever day, like President's Day and Columbus Day and
And all kids.
I don't
Let's-
want to count
yeah.
those. Though,
I don't know.
because
I kind of think we should stick to the main ones.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Valentine's, St. Patty's Day.
Labor Day.
Yeah.
You do get Labor Day off, even though it's like a week.
I don't get Labor Day off.
I don't
Just saying,
either.
I don't get any little tiny day holiday off.
Well, we only get one day off.
Mm.
Fuck
Yeah.
Martin
Holiday
Luther King
off.
Jr. Day.
Well,
Just kidding.
technically, you count the second half of both
Who
Christmas
gives a
Eve
frick?
and Thanksgiving
Victoria's
too.
not
but-
racist. Fuck him, okay,
No,
JD.
this
The
is
last
a racist
podcast I
podcast.
was in.
Alright, well, never really cared for Valentine's Day because for the most part I've been single every time Valentine's Day comes. Like, I just don't even know point to
It
it for
sucks
me.
even when you're in a relationship. Then it's, I have to.
Then
I
so much
wouldn't-
expectation.
I wouldn't know. So
Yeah, Valentine's Day is kind of.
Shitty around.
Okay, wait. Can I tell you a fun Valentine's Day
Yes.
story?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You can
So,
always tell fun stories.
The first Valentine's Day that I spent actually in a relationship was when I was in college. It was my freshman year of college. And the guy that I was dating on Valentine's Day was so excited because The Lion King was showing at the IMAX theater in Providence. And I was just like, oh my god, I want to go see The Lion King so bad. It's in IMAX. It's big. Instead, he brings me to the movie theater. And I'm like, oh my god, we're going to go see Lion King. He takes me to see Daredevil. And then, wait for it, so I get back to my dorm room, and we're hanging out, and, like, I ate at the mall, but he said he wasn't hungry, and then he goes, oh, can you just make me some pasta? I'm just like, alright, so I start making pasta in my little hot pot, which is illegal, and then I end up burning my hand on the water, and he doesn't really say anything about it, other than, oh, sucks. No.
That is a good guy.
Oh, it sucks. Did you
No,
make
he
marinara sauce too?
In my little hot pot.
In your little hot pot?
you always have the best stories.
I've lived a long 28-year life.
The best stories with the best people.
Actually, not one-upping or anything, or even trying to, but I don't like Valentine's Day that much either, but the reason is because the first time I ever got anything from a girl for Valentine's Day was my brother somehow convinced my mom that I had received the chocolates and candies and all that other stuff from a guy. So on the day after Valentine's Day, I had to explain to my mother that I wasn't gay, and that I did in fact have a girlfriend, and then I had to go to the fact, and then I had to prove to my mom that it wasn't a guy.
That had to have
Because
been the
my
most
brother's
fun.
an asshole. Like, she woke me up to ask me about this, too. Like, she comes in, she says, "Now, Sean, it's okay if you are, but I need to know, are these from a guy?"
If it's okay, why do you need to know?
I know!
You know, if my parents asked me that, I'd be like, yes.
No, you have to understand how awful this would be, though, because Sean comes from a family of all men. So if he was gay, he was just bringing another guy into the picture, which I think his mom would absolutely destroy him over.
And you're like, yeah, it's another guy. We're gonna adopt a guy.
We're gonna adopt some boy children, just saying. Actually, to top that, in kindergarten, I had chickenpox on Valentine's Day. Absolutely sucked. Because you get the fun thing in kindergarten where everyone has to make Valentine's for everybody, and even if they don't like you.
Yeah,
They have to
that was
do
pretty
it.
fun, because
I
you
know.
always got stuff back then.
Exactly.
And, like, even if you got those little crappy chalk hearts, those are still...
Neck away for hearts.
They were so bad, and yet you eat them anyway. You're
You
like,
did. You
"Well,
ate
no,
every
no,
single
no."
one of them.
Really, I just found the trash can for him. I
You're
didn't
just
like
like,
him.
this is so shit, but I'm eating it. Because, you might as well eat it.
They're basically antacids anyway. I mean,
Mm.
the heartburn of Valentine's Day just popped them little chocolate hearts in there.
But when you eat, like, the whole
figure
box of
part.
them.
Oh, we spent a good while right on Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day is the Dr. Manhattan of holidays.
So that means it blows stuff up and destroys the world?
It blows up people's hearts, which is just like nuclear
So
explosion.
it swings in the wind.
It swings in the wind. Oh.
No. Kicking me with my own mushrooms.
I wanted to give you a life.
Yay!
That sounded more mean than I wanted it to.
Well, he doesn't drink, so.
Oh, that's true.
And he hasn't
Or
seen
watch
Firefly.
Firefly.
Yeah.
Alright.
God.
Anyone else have any crappy holidays that they don't like so much? Anybody?
Not a fan of, what is it?
Boxing Day?
I was gonna say Thanksgiving either, just because of the whole... Just because of the whole idea that, it's, the whole getting the lawn of the Indians and pilgrims and all that, but then genocide
It's
happens
complete
right
bullshit,
afterward.
yeah.
It's just a bullshit message. And I don't like it.
Of course you would
maybe it
say
should
that
be
with Seska.
Genocide Day.
Wow, really? Did you go there?
We celebrate all the genocides.
That's why I enjoyed the second Addams Family movie, Addams Family Values.
Yes.
Because they do that scene where Wednesday, takes over the pageant and makes it all about killing people. It's awesome.
Very Lord of the Flies moment.
That and the fact that
Fantabulous.
Peter McNichol was in that movie, who is just awesome.
Oh, you, Mike? What's your least favorite holiday?
I think we already went into this. It was kind of a group decision that was
So
Valentine's
you're going to
Day.
Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Do you have any bad stories?
No, not really.
Did you choke on one of those Necco wafer hearts?
No, I
Oh.
crushed those to powder. Didn't snort them.
Aw. Well, that's no
You
fun.
probably wouldn't feel anything. You'd be like, chop.
Heartbreak.
I feel love.
Yes, I feel love. No.
And then people thought he was an inning. I bring you peace and love. It brings peace and love. Kill it.
No, stop! It's Mr. Burns. Oh, it's Mr. Burns.
Kill it.
Oh, that's one of my favorite episodes.
Mm-hmm. That's apparently what happens if you snort Necco wafer hearts.
Alright, new topic of interest. Best version of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
Yes.
That is, if you've seen more than one.
I have. I just can't keep them all straight.
Scrooged.
The duck
Scrooged.
one.
DuckTales.
No, help me out. The Mickey Mouse, like the
Donald Duck?
Yeah, they do the version. Have you never
Oh
seen
yeah, I
that?
know what you're talking about.
Is Scrooge McDuck Scrooge?
Yeah, Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah,
DuckTales, basically.
it's wonderful. You should all go see it.
That's the one I remember the most, but I'm gonna go with, just to play the minority here, I'm just gonna go with the Looney Tunes one that they did. I think it was a more recent too. So
Yeah.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, you probably do.
The Animaniacs one?
No! The Muppets one.
Oh.
Muppet Christmas Carol is still my favorite.
I don't know. I have to go with Scrooge. It's got Bill Murray.
Scrooge was good. It's very good.
Today I learned there were multiple versions of that in animated form. I only knew about the Scrooge one, but alright.
I think Freakazoid has one too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
if there is one, it's probably like a short little one. So
Yeah. Well,
you know, I'd love to see him reboot Freakazoid, like a new lineup of that
Oh, I'd
series.
love
That'd be
to, yeah.
awesome.
it's okay. It's okay. You know what pisses me off since we brought up DuckTales?
Sure, what? Wait, I don't know what.
The Sweden version of Netflix has DuckTales.
Oh,
We
it's
don't.
true. My friend
It's
who was
incredibly
in
sad.
Sweden recently posted on Facebook. He's like, Swedish Netflix has DuckTales! So sad.
So is there any way we can get Swedish Netflix instead of the American?
Or
Netflix?
just like confuse your Wii U into thinking that you're in Sweden.
I wish. It won't even let me
Like-
put Japanese stuff on there, even though it's a Japanese console. Come on.
Hmm.
That's one that I hate about the Wii, too, is when I played Smash Bros. Melee, you could put in the Japanese characters for your names. But when you do Smash Bros. Brawl or anything else on the Wii, it's like, nope, no Japanese characters. You only get English and Spanish.
Can I point out the fact that I've been living in the country in the middle of a cornfield for the past 3 years and I don't know what a Wii U is?
Right
It's
there.
a new thing.
It's brand new. Don't feel
it's a
bad.
little
Yeah.
black.
It just
one?
came out.
Yep.
Yeah.
It comes with this thing.
It's
Is it
new.
not the same thing as this thing?
It is
No.
a different thing.
It comes
is
with that
different.
thing.
Yeah.
This is what its controller is.
That's a big ass controller. Why the hell would you want that?
It's pretty awesome.
It's
It
got a
has
touch
screen
screen and it's motion
It's
sensitive.
a tablet.
Yeah.
with nipples.
So I've got to look at that and that. Can I just play that by itself?
In some games, yes.
Okay.
That way, if someone wants to watch TV or play PS3 or do something else, they can do that there, and you can play on the handheld.
My friend has a TV that the remote has a little screen in it, and that way you can watch something on the big TV, or you can play a game on the big TV while watching something on the small remote TV.
Like on a picture-in-picture. Does the small remote have its own volume control?
I don't know. I think you have to have headphones with it.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
I know,
That's
it's
alright.
dumb.
So going on this topic here, because I actually read something about it recently, though, and I know we're not supposed to be doing news, it's supposed to be holiday stuff, but whatever. I just recently read somehow Sony has been saying that Vita and the PS3 have like a connectivity thing where it can do kind of the same thing as the Wii U does. And the thing is, no games actually take advantage of this. You need 2 different consoles to be able to pull this off, and most of the games in the Vita, as far as I've been told by people who actually own a Vita, say that the lineup's pretty shit, so I don't even know why you boast about this.
And there's also the huge price difference between the two of them. PlayStation 3 is still, what, like $300?
Same price as the Wii U new.
Yeah, exactly. And plus the PlayStation Vita is probably like, what,
100
$50
something, yeah.
less, something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Whereas that's like 60. So price point is leaning in favor of the Wii U.
Pretty much, yeah. Plus, I mean, they have everything all set up to go there, whereas everything on the PS3, from what I've noticed, with those kind of games, is a little laggy, a little slower. Like, for example, you can actually put the games on the PS3 on your Vita, but the thing is you have to make it so it's not installed in the PS3, then you have to have the install package put on your Vita to install it there. That whole process takes forever. Not every game on the PS3 can go on there.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, how the fuck do I know which ones can go on there? I don't know. So yeah, it's kind of bullshit.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I guess the only thing that would be good for the other one would be the graphics behind it and the power.
Yeah.
Whatevs. Okay. Back to holidays. Best present you've ever gotten for any holiday, birthday, or anything where you get presents.
I would have to say that at the time I got it was awesome, but the gaming chair I have out there, because back then I was playing a lot of Xbox games, and that was pretty awesome to have.
And now no one ever uses it.
Nope, because I'm always on the computer.
Nice.
And then that'd be a little awkward, be sitting in your chair on the floor and be like, can't see the TV.
I want to say it was the N64 I got, because that was like the first gaming console I owned where it actually was mine, not some from someone else or whatever. But I'm going to go with the funnier one, which is the one year, for a while when I was a kid, I wanted to go snowboarding, and I never had one. And then the 1 year I finally got one, we never got any snow. And I'm like, fuck this snowboard, this is bullshit.
Have you ever gone snowboarding?
No,
Yeah,
because
you still haven't gone.
because I outgrew the snowboard. It's like, well, I can't use this anymore, so now I got nothing to do.
So sad.
Sad day.
Yeah.
How about Victoria?
My parents used to do this thing where they'd buy us the Pokemon games every year for Christmas. Those were wonderful. I don't know what else.
We always make sure to get the matching ones so we can both play
Yeah,
together.
we each got, like, I would get the red and she would get the blue, and I would get the gold and she would get the silver, and she'd never play, so I ended up having all of them. It was great.
So now we're got that third one, the yellow, the crystal, or anything.
No.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh, I have
we
the
did
yellow.
get yellow.
I have the yellow
I think we
one.
got red and yellow.
And the original
and
Game
not blue.
Boy.
Yeah.
So I can play that.
And then one
Brick.
year, my mom,
Yeah.
we were talking about how shitty the Nintendo DS was. That was when it was, like, brand new. So my mom, like, on Christmas Day, we were opening them, and she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know you didn't want them. And we had DS's in our hands. And that was awkward. And we ended up loving it.
It's like you have the present. God, I hope this isn't a DS.
Son of a bitch.
I think it was one of those, like, we wanted it, but we knew we were never going to get it. So, like, we were watching a commercial, and apparently she had already bought it for Christmas. And we were just trash-talking it.
Surprise!
You're like, I don't want a DS, and you open it, you're like, thanks, Mom, it's what I always wanted.
By the way, before we get too far, yellow version, best version of Pokemon.
The one
ever.
where Pikachu actually followed you?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Because wasn't there two versions of you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's the Pikachu edition or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. That's the one I have.
I like that one.
Yeah. I think it was actually the first one I got, too, so that's why I love it the best.
So, more best Christmas presents.
I have two stories-ish, and neither really one of them have to do with the best Christmas present. One was, maybe the best Christmas present I've ever gotten is Christmas Eve. When I was 3 months old, I died, and then I was brought back to life, which is kind of cool. I got, okay, so
How long were you dead for?
like a minute.
Oh,
Probably
thought it
less
was
than
3
that.
days.
No, but actually, no, funny story about that has to do with Jesus.
Okay.
Is that I think the reason that I got pneumonia on Christmas Eve is because the day before Christmas Eve, I had a cold or something, and my parents decided that because my godparents were in town, they were going to have me baptized anyway, and I think it was the holy water that sent the cold to pneumonia, which then caused 3-month-old me to be in the hospital and die for a little bit, and then caused my first Christmas to be in the hospital. Yay. And then when I was 5, my parents decided that they didn't want to deal with the Santa mythos anymore because both my siblings were significantly older. And so to tell me that there was no Santa, they let me come downstairs. I was all excited to open gifts because I had seen gifts under the tree that they had gotten me. So I get down to the bottom of the stairs where the tree is, and there are no gifts. There's no nothing. There's coal and sticks. And so I go over, and I'm just, like, bawling my eyes out. My mom was like, yeah, you weren't good enough this year, so Santa just didn't come. And I'm just like, what? Ah! I'm bawling. They're taking pictures of me while I'm crying, so there's actual documentation of this event. And then all of a sudden, my parents' best friend's dog comes in, driving this, like, little... You know those cars that little children can drive? Yeah, it's driving one of those. And they're like, haha, just kidding, there is no Santa. Christmas is in the other room. It's like... Thanks. And that year, I got, like, this Barbie dream house, which I didn't really want, and my brother got a Game Boy, and I was super jealous. Just saying.
But
Parents are the meanest people ever. Jesus.
Yeah. Sean's
Like-
actually met my parents, so he
Yeah.
knows.
No, you know how I found out that there's no Santa Claus? My parents just got lazy and they started writing question marks in the from part. Like, that's how I found out there's no Santa. They didn't do this big elaborate thing that made me cry and then just sit back there laughing, taking pictures.
To be fair, it was
Just
orchestrated
like-
by my mother, who is an actress, and by her best friend, who also does theater stuff.
Jesus.
Hence why I grew up to be a theater teacher.
Although
Because I'll
I-
probably do that to my kids, except my thought is that I'm going to put a burned boot next to the fireplace and tell them that Santa died because of them. Just kidding, I'm not going to have any kids. I'll do it to my sister's kids.
That's good.
Although I do have one thing to say, though. Is that when you were 3 years old, how bad of a kid were you that
I was
holy water
5.
nearly killed you?
When I was 3
When holy
months
water
old,
almost
3
killed
months
you.
old.
Like, it's something I joke about now is that I can't go into a church because I'll burst into flames. You almost did.
I guess maybe my original sin was worse than other people's. I don't know. Maybe
Jesus didn't die for you as much as he did for everybody else.
Right. Maybe my original sin was actually the original sin with Adam and Lilith. Actually, just Lilith and copulating with demons. Maybe I am a descendant of Lilith.
Would
I don't
explain
know.
a lot.
Thanks.
So nice.
Well, you have an affinity for demons.
It's true.
So, what about you, Sean?
My favorite Christmas present was a bass that I knew I was getting because I had to tell him which one to get. It's like, I want that one. Okay, fine, we'll get it, but you can't play with it until Christmas. And like they still rap and like, it's that one. Just give me that one first, and then I don't care.
They didn't even try.
No, they didn't. Like they still rapped it. And it's like,
Yeah, I think it
like
would've
you
been-
couldn't get another box that was like similar shape and just be like, ah.
I think it would have been hilarious if they had like wrapped up a different box entirely for that, and
That's
then
what I'm
hid the
trying to
base
say.
somewhere
Like,
else.
that's a little bit of effort.
But that way, when you open it up, it's like, "Where's the base go? You guys got it for me. I saw it." It's like, "Oh yeah, it's in the basement."
I just like that when you get like a box and you're like, oh my god, it's a big box. It was so good. You open it, another box inside.
You know what? That I would actually count that as the worst present I ever got for anything. Was my brother for my birthday. He got me. It was like this big box, and I was really excited. And so I opened it up, and there was another box, and I opened it up, and there was another box, and I opened it up, and there was another box, until I got down to the last box, and then all my brother put in there was a baseball card of himself from Little League that he signed.
Wow.
That was Travis.
I just assume all of your brother stories are about Travis. I'm just saying. I like the fact, so at my school we do this holiday gift exchange, and I've been in charge of it for the past 2 years. And so this little Chinese girl got me this year, which I knew she got me because I had to like deal with everyone drawing names and write everyone's names down. So like every day she'd be like, why I get you? I don't want to get you a gift. Why I get you? So she complained about it every single day, which really bothered me. But then one girl, so all of the gifts everyone enjoyed, everyone did a good job picking out gifts or making gifts. This one girl got a jar of air from someone's lungs.
Wow.
Which apparently is a Doctor Who reference. I don't watch Doctor Who.
No.
Neither do
Yeah,
I.
no.
But yeah, she actually
Not
almost
Netflix.
cried.
Hmm.
She knows. She was just like, everyone else got awesome gifts and I got a jar of air from someone's lungs. The jar was really nice though.
well, you could empty out the air and use it for something else.
Sure.
God, that is awful.
Merry Christmas.
Still, a Doctor Who reference for little kids, just kind of like, what the hell?
This wasn't a
Well,
little
they're-
kid, these are teenagers.
All right,
Mm.
okay.
But even so, what if that person didn't like Doctor Who?
She does.
Oh, okay.
And she gets the reference. But like when we, so like the game is that we go around and we have to like say, this is what I got. And I guess that you were my secret Santa. And she's just like, I got a jar of air. And I
don't
think
even
Adam
care.
was my secret Santa because only Adam would do this. And it's a jar that says air from Adam's lungs.
Seemed like she was a little angry.
I know what I'm getting my brother.
Does he like Dr. Who?
Nope, don't care. Still make up for that goddamn baseball card.
I have to get my brother a jar of dirt.
Oh, that in your secret.
make up some like story. It's from blah blah blah.
I was gonna say it could be
It's blessed by an
I was
ancient
gonna say it could be a
medicine
Pirates of the
man.
Caribbean reference.
Oh yes. Brilliant.
Now you've got a jar of dirt.
Now go around dancing, singing. You have a jar of dirt.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
Favorite gift you've ever given, maybe?
I can't even think of that one.
Yeah, I
Who
got nothing.
gives gifts?
I know there was one time when I don't remember what was in the box. I don't remember the gift. It's just how I gave it because I completely coated it in tape. There's a box of just a shitload of tape, and then I actually wrapped it in some wrapping paper.
Like Scotch tape or duct tape? Or...
Scotch tape.
Wow.
But it's
that's
just it's so much tape. They were kind of pissed. But I had fun.
For my boyfriend's birthday, I got him. He's a huge Beatles fan, so I got him like the Magical Tour DVD and 2 other DVDs for the Beatles, and it was just
Remember
really
that? Sorry, do you remember that one year where Mom really wanted the Escalade?
And we got her a little toy one.
Yeah. We made her believe that we actually got the vehicle, and we ended up just wrapping like a toy Escalade in a box. It made noises and stuff.
Our original idea was to go test drive one and bring it to the house Christmas morning, but we couldn't.
And then
do
bring
that.
it back.
But we couldn't do that because I
That's
don't think
just
they were
cruel.
That is mean.
They bought a Mercedes that year. I don't think they really needed another car.
Meh.
No, actually, it was kind of all of us boys. We got my mom one of those fake scratch cards that said she won $100,000. Yeah, she still doesn't think that's funny.
Did she try to go to the store with it, or?
No, it said on the back that this is not actually redeemable anywhere. So she read the back of it. And she's like, "You guys, I hate you all."
That was the cool thing about my parents is that once I got to I think it was probably the Don't Believe in Santa Anymore year. The year after that, instead of doing an advent calendar, which would have like little chocolates or like a little toy or a little gift in it, they would just give us scratch tickets on every day of Advent. So we got 2 scratch tickets for 24 days. It was awesome. And we got to keep all the money, which wasn't ever very much.
Never is.
I can't think of the greatest gift I've given, but I know that this year Mom, myself, and my brother are all chipping in on my dad's gift, which is a, like...
Do they listen to this?
No.
Okay.
They don't listen to YouTube at all, so
All right.
come
All right,
on. No, the gift is like this whole NASCAR package thing where Dad will like get to go in a car and drive like around the track for like 8, 12 laps, something like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and so we all just chipped on that, and we think it's gonna be kind of fun. So now it's just a matter of actually getting him to go out there and do it, because I'm pretty sure he'll be busy all the time. Like, oh, I can't go and I can't do it.
Yeah.
My favorite gift I've ever given made my sister cry because So we handed down this copy of The Giving Tree, which was all of everyone in my family's favorite book. And so my sister signed it when she was like really little, and my brother signed it when he was really little, and I signed it when I was really little. And so I still had it when she was pregnant with her first child, and so I gave it to her for Christmas. And she I think that I couldn't find it for some reason until like a couple days after Christmas, so I gave it to her. And like we're sitting on our den floor just like bawling, and my mom walks in and she's like, "What the hell is this?" and then just walks away.
Such a caring parent.
This is the same person that Sean came out to dinner with us when they were here at Thanksgiving, and so we like just ordered, and then she leans across the table and she goes, "So, you're an anthropology major. What the fuck are you gonna do with that?"
That's a good question, Sean. What the fuck
Wonderful
are you gonna do with that?
I don't know. What the fuck are you gonna do with an English degree?
I'm gonna write
Creative
shit.
writing.
I'm gonna write shit.
I've got one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, English degrees.
I make $15,000 a year.
I make more than that, making America fat.
But I also get my room and board paid for. And I live on a farm in the middle of nowhere, Iowa.
See, Sean,
With crazy Quakers.
See, Sean, in a few years, when I'm writing a best-selling book or being a hobo on the street, not being able to sell anything, yeah, I will turn to you and laugh, be like, "Ha, that's what I do with my English degree."
But you see, with anthropology, I can understand the cultural implications which make things funny, which therefore help my career as a comedian.
AKA, he can be fucking Indiana Jones, bitch. Just saying.
I can be funny in any culture.
But what if you can't speak the language?
Laughter's universal.
You'll just be like, blah, 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 blah.
First you're bullshitting about the
Collective
whole...
effervescence. It works.
First your whole bullshitting about, oh, willpower is the way to save the world. Now it's universal, laughter's universal.
It's a fun world I live in, let me tell you.
You're just full of it all the
That
time.
sounds like bullshit to me. This sounds like you go brood in a cave every day. Just tell everyone else all this stuff.
Well, I think we are getting pretty close to the end of the hour, actually, so we'll go ahead and probably cut it off here. This will be the holiday portion of the week of podcast. We got 2 more coming up. One will just be a regular episode. Then, of course, we have the top 5 awards sort of deal going on for Friday. So,
Cool.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So I guess we'll go ahead and sign off, and then we'll call it a day.
Yeah, looks like we're going to sign off and call it a day.
Way to repeat the hell everything I say.
That's
You
pretty
motherfucker.
fine.
Well, yeah, I remember we did that the other time.
Yeah, we did do that the other time.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. All right, so this is Aaron.
Oh, this is Mike.
Victoria.
Sean?
Ho ho ho, aka Catherine.
And thanks for listening again.